Hey everybody, Jem Schofield here with the C47 and another episode of Small to No Crew production. And in this episode, we're kind of doing a part 2 of this temporary studio space here. And I'm just going to have Ken zoom out a little bit so we can see sort of where we are now compared to the last episode. Probably the biggest major change up here is this table. And this was sourced from IKEA. It is not a frosted glass table, but it has this opaque top, which I think will work for one of the two series that we're going to do. But we have found that we could unscrew this top and replace it with frosted glass, uplight it, do that kind of stuff if we need to. Lighting wise, still using Sky Panel S30C, going through a DOP choice modifier here. And that's the 3x4, which I absolutely love. And we have added a light, which I'm still making decisions about, which is that FIILEX P360 Pro with barn doors bouncing off of this bead board on my left-hand side. So we'll kind of see how that all works out. All daylight color temperature, and the main reason for that is we're going to be seeing a lot of screens in both of the series that are going to be shot in this space. And the white point of screens is generally D65 or 6500 Kelvin, so using daylight to match causes a lot less problems in post-production. Behind me, what we have is over my right shoulder over here, another P360 Pro, which is putting that little wash of light on the background there, which we had before. But I've changed the color temperature. Before it was much warmer, and now we're matching more closely. Still making decisions on that. I tend to like either warm, cool, or matching color temperatures between foreground and background. But because of the wooden stuff, we're going to play around with that and see kind of how that winds up. Director's chair over there, C-stand 40-inch arm with a blimp, and then of course a camera on a tripod with a map box system. That's a little bright tangerine misfit over there. And then over this shoulder here, we have basically a C-stand with a RØDE Rags 18x24 double net. And we're just pushing an L5C ARRI light in hue mode. It's set to 240 degrees, so it kind of has that bluish tone to it, and its saturation is turned down to 50%. Whether or not this stuff stays the way it is, I have no idea, but the idea is that at least for one of the series, this will probably play as a background for the videos, and we'll see how that all works out. It'll probably play for at least the initial background when I'm doing stuff here on the computer and talking about some stuff. So I think that's a pretty good update. Oh, there is also another 360 over there, which is going to give me a little bit of edge and separation. We'll see how that plays in terms of intensity and where it sits. If I'm going to kick a little bit more, a little bit just more on my shoulders, or what the deal's going to be. And so that's going to be what next week is all about. Framing wise, are we at our frame that we are pretty much going to be on? This is kind of what we're thinking about in terms of our frame, and we still have, again, some things to work out here. But I think it's going to work. It's a pretty deep desk, so we'll probably only use the first 2/3 of it. But I'm starting to get happier with this whole thing. We'll tweak it some more, and I'll see you guys next time. Cut!